So today I wanted to talk a little bit about websites. I just got off a call with one of my students and we were talking about his website because I know that for him, building his website was starting to get a little frustrating and it was becoming a lot of work and he wasn't really sure what he should be putting on there. So I wanted to talk about that a little bit this morning because it does not have to be as hard as you may think it is or it sounds, especially if you're new to building websites. So first of all, we want to pick a decent platform to build the website with. A free version that's like really, really basic that would come with your G Suite account is Google Sites, and you can always attach your custom domain to that. But I really like Wix. Ultimately, it's a personal preference. Some people really like WordPress, but I think Wix is really functional and it has a lot of like options available. Hi, Rob. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that and then touch on how you should be building out your website, because there is kind of like an older way to do it and a newer way to do it. And the one person that I would suggest following if you want a lot more information on this is Christine Walker. She has the book PT Website Secrets, and her information is really, really good to make your website really effective and useful to potential clients. So an older way to go about making websites, which, there's nothing necessarily wrong with it, but it might be kind of ineffective as far as being a source for clients to find you and book with you, is having what some people call like a brochure website. And if you go to any like big physical therapy corporation website, I just looked at some with my student. These are a little bit more like brochure websites where you'll see like their logo and then a ton of menu options for like a bunch of other places on their website where you can find just like tons and tons of information, whether it's good or not. And then some of them are actually like on the front page, they kind of say nothing. Like one of the websites we looked at together, their like big image that they had at the very top said just helping you live a better tomorrow, I think. And that's nothing. It's super vague. And then I had to scroll almost all the way down to the bottom before there was any call to action, before I like kind of figured out, what this website was doing, like who the company is, that kind of thing. So brochure websites can be really, really bulky. And while maybe they work for the big corporations, for you and me, for those of us who are trying to run our own like small business, they're not going to be effective for bringing in clients, because somebody will go to your website and have no idea what to do. And I think, like I've talked about before with some people, you might put like your contact information on there, but then you're kind of taking a gamble as to whether somebody's going to actually like go through the effort and pick up their phone and call and try to make an appointment, or even figure out, like what your company does. So I want to suggest and advise using a one-page website. Hi, Tracy. And this is something that is kind of the way that Christine structures her website, and like other therapists I've talked to. And you're free to do whatever you want to do, but it is basically at the top, it's some kind of like call out to your ideal client. Who are you working with? What problem can you solve? And then I can post Christine's website in here so you can see, like, she works with gymnasts to help them get back to competing without pain. On my website, I ask, do you want to get back to your workout without pain? And there's a video behind it of people doing box jumps, so it immediately draws the client who wants to go to the gym again. And then there is a section for about you, who you are, why you are helping people with this, and it helps people relate to you versus being like kind of cold, like the corporate websites. And people get to know you because they are going to buy into working with you versus like whatever like physical therapy or services that you're offering. They want to know who they're working with, and they want to be comfortable with who they're reaching out to ask for help. So a big piece at the top, who you want to work with and what problem you're solving, an about you section, and then typically like a testimonials section, having some kind of social proof showing like, hey, like this is what I want to do, this is why, and here's actual proof that I've helped people do this. And then towards the bottom, and you can have like different buttons throughout, but at least like towards the bottom, as people are reading your website and funneling down, you want to have a call to action. So a really popular one is to book a free consult, or I've seen on other websites like request appointment. And so when somebody visits your website, they can learn a little bit about your company and what you do, and then they only have one option. Like they just click one button and then they fill out a form, and then you're going to contact them. It's really, really simple and easy versus like going to a brochure website and somebody has to like scroll through the front page. I can't find anything. Like, let me check the tabs and let me see if I can figure out what this company does, where I can make an appointment, that kind of thing. But on like a one-page style website, it's immediate. It shows who you're working with, who you are, how you've actually helped people, and then a call to action at the bottom. So hopefully that makes sense. That's definitely the structure that I would suggest, especially if you're getting like really caught up in, you know, what do I need to include on my website? I need to write like all this copy. I need to have a bunch of different pages, and it's taking you, you know, hours and then days and then weeks to build a website. You don't have time for that, you know, because building out like a huge brochure website is not going to generate you revenue. Working with clients is going to generate you revenue. And so we want to make it something that you can build out, you know, in an afternoon and make it fairly simple. And then it's really simple for your potential client to figure out what you're doing and how that they can reach out to you. It's going to save you tons of time, and it's going to be way, way more effective. So like I said, for more information, you can definitely check out Christine's stuff. And then if you have any questions on any of this, you can definitely let me know in the comments. And I can post my website here too. It is not perfect, but it's a little bit more of like the one-page style website versus having tons of options. So yeah, happy website building, happy Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys soon.